Welcome to this video presentation of the DCI HT. The DCI HT is a MicroHardness testing software. It can read hardness of noob or Vickers indents at any load. Its main feature is a pattern generating tool that makes it very useful for case depth measurements, welds hardness measurements, or other hardness uniformity tests. In this video, we will see how to make an horizontal case depth traverse and measurement of the hardness of every indent. First, we will begin by defining a new stage pattern. To do so, we will define the number of indents that we want to perform and the spacing between each and every one of them. What we're doing here is an horizontal traverse, so we will only take care of the x-axis for now. Later in the video we will show you how to make a traverse with an angle. I would like to note that I'm using here digital micrometers, so it can give me a start from a position of 0, 0 in both x and y. It's possible to use standard mechanical micrometer as well, but you would need to enter your start position depending where it is, so the software can tell you where to go for your next indent and the first one. Now that we have completed the pattern, we can simply press Add and press the Start button and the run will begin. We will now begin by going 100 micron from the border, which is the distance that we chose for the offset of our first indent, and now we only need to make the first impression. As you can see, when you press the measure button, you see the red line showing the actual detection of the indent. Once the indent is measured, you can see the spreadsheet being updated in real time as long as the graph. This is very convenient since it allows you to keep track of what's going on at every steps of the analysis. Now that we have made our first indent and that we know that it was correctly measured, we will move just 100 micron more to the right and make our second indent. Here. Our second indent is done. I will simply press measure, and as you can see, my chart just updated in real time as long as what my spreadsheet with all my values. Now this sample is pretty clean, but should I indent an artifact or bit of rust or dust or any kind of other debris, it's always possible to press the remeasure button and adjust the measurement as you would do with a manual tester with the eyepiece caliper. So you can always correct the value if you should judge that it did not measure the indent properly. Now, what are the advantages of such a system? Well, first, it makes a pattern generation for a traverse very easy. It allows to automatically measure indents, so it removes the user's subjectivity, since a software or computer is always more repeatable. And the third one is it's a very cost-effective solution to upgrade a manual machine into a semi-automatic one, since it's only require a software and a camera. So if you're doing case depth measurement, hardness uniformity tests, or weld measurement, this is a great cost-effective way to make your hardness tester more productive and make your lab more effective. So now that our traverse is finished, we can simply press the End Run button and the software will generate a report. The report template that we use here is by default, but you can have any kind of template customizable to suit your company's need or preferences. Now for the next part of the video, we will see how to make traverse with an angle, which is very useful when doing case depth measurements, especially with gears. So this is pretty much the same principle as before, except with one small difference. So you begin by defining your pattern pretty much in the same way as you would do for an horizontal traverse. However, in the pattern defining window, it's possible to adjust the angle of the pattern. So when we judge that the angle is perpendicular, we can simply close the window again, and we kept the same pattern here. We didn't do a new one, we just took the same one but gave him an angle. The difference is here we have an X and a Y position. So of course it takes a little bit longer since we have the 2 micrometers to take care of, but the good part is at least the software is telling us where to go right off the bat, so we can keep going into a straight line, and the depth that we have is always the real one. So of course it's a little bit more complicated than going in with just an horizontal traverse, but at the very least you do not need to rotate the sample since the software calculates the positions for you, and if you have digital micrometers, that makes that thing very easy. So this is how you do a case depth traverse with the DCI HT software. Thank you for watching. To know more about this software, please visit the DCI Microscopy.com.